Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? This is Venger Satanis, and this is part two. So, where was I? Rambling about just whatever's new, I guess. I had another playtest session today on Roll20, which went really well. Hoping to get a couple more people, but it was kind of short notice, and Prince of Nothing, who said that he was going to show, missed it by an hour. Um, I don't know. That's why you should join the game before, like, just join the game ahead of time, because then I think it sends you like an alert or notification or something like that, which is nice. Um, so I had three players, which was cool. One was a returning player, which was nice, and the two others were kind of fresh meat noobs that I don't think had a ton of experience. Maybe they played fifth edition a couple times or something like that. Uh, and people always ask me that in the comments on Roll20 before the game starts. They're like, "Hey, I don't know too much about this, or I'm just starting out, or I've never played before, or is it okay that I'm new? Or can you show me the ropes?" And I invariably say, absolutely, welcome aboard. The more the merrier. You don't have to know anything. In fact, Crimson Dragon Slayer D20 is tailor made for people that don't know anything about role playing games or Dungeons and Dragons. That's what it's for. It's for noobs and people that want to play a quick one shot or convention game or a virtual game that because I don't need to know. For one thing, you don't have to roll stats, which would be really annoying to do virtually, I think. And pretty much everything I need to know about your character is built into your race and class, um, especially at lower levels. I don't need anything else except maybe your name, and I don't even need that if you don't want to give me a name for your character. The one character from last time was just known as Pixie Fairy throughout because they never bothered to name their character, and that's fine because we started playing within like 2 minutes, which is fucking awesome compared to. I mean, I can only imagine like people sitting down at their computer and getting ready to start playing, and I mean, you tell me because I've never done it before, like with a character sheet and creating characters. I mean, normally I guess you have pre-gens if you're doing a full game, but even with that, you have to familiarize yourself and you have to find the thing with the character sheet, and then you have to look at it, and then while you're playing, I'm sure you're like consulting, like, oh, what does the character can do, what are their skills, and okay, this feat over here. And it's just, yeah, with Crimson Dragon Slayer D20 you just start playing. That's why it's awesome. That's one of the reasons that I came up with arcade mode. Prince of Nothing came up with that, and I love it. So I love him. I hope to play with him on Sunday. Um, we'll see. I'm always running games here and there, so catch me on the next one. But yeah, the playtest went really well. We went deeper for the first time. We went deeper into Cremza'amirikza'am, the mega dungeon, and below the Lost City, which is sort of an entrance to hell. And there's like a resonator thing going on, at least for the upper levels, which brings in this weird, lurid, magenta violet illumination that just kind of saturates the place. And that's how you see, because by the time you get down the stairs, which takes over an hour, and then you get to the first room, and then you checking that out, and maybe you encounter people, maybe you don't, and then you get through. It's been a good 2 hours since in the game. Not actually playing, but for the player characters, it's been about 2 hours since they started out, since they first descended the staircase to go into Cremza'amirikza'am. So your torches are pretty much bye-bye. And even if they weren't, you're going to encounter a lot of... You're going to want to sneak around, probably, unless you just go in there by force and just shout like, hey, I'm here to kick ass and like eat jelly donuts, and I'm all out of jelly donuts, bitch. Think of that character from Silent Night Live. I can't remember the sketch, but I reference it in one of my books. Played by Larry David as a poster and also as an animatronic like droid thing. Anyway, yeah, it was cool. They got deeper in. They found some stuff that I won't spoil because spoilers. But yeah, it was a really good time. There was only one combat, and it didn't last more than a round or two. It was kind of funny. They were basically up against a rock and a hard place. There were some evil demon loving monks on one end of this tunnel, and then there was this silver faceless android programmed to kill on the other side, and they did the smart thing. They surrendered because the one guy took 15 points of damage to the back as the android blasted him, and he survived because they were second level and he was a fighter. But yeah, they survived, which is good. And so they surrendered, and to be continued. That's a good place to end things. We played for about 90 minutes, which is cool. A little bit on the longer side, actually, because normally my games are like an hour, sometimes 75 minutes. 90 minutes online is usually the max because I just don't have the time. Unless I block it out ahead of time, a month in advance, face to face. My gaming is usually like an hour, 90 minutes. Anyway, before I go, because my time's running out, my little counter clock thing on the bottom. So I created a map. That's kind of the first level of Cremza'amirikza'am. This will be like another level. I'm not done with it yet. I'm still working on that. Yeah, I think that's it. Cool. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Gearing up for VengerCon. If you don't know about that, check it out in the link below. That's it. All right. Have a good one.